Well, today we are in Frederick, Maryland, and we are at the Goodwill. So I'm going to head in here. The last time I was here, some of the prices were just a little too high for me to buy and flip for a profit. So I'm hoping to have some better luck today. Here we go.
My family calls it my superpower. It's my ability to see value in things that I can buy and flip for a profit. I'm the Crazy Wave Lady, and welcome to my channel.
When I come to this Goodwill, I usually start in the figurines. The first ones I saw were these little bunnies, and they were cute, but I didn't see a very high resale value in those. In the back, there was this music box, and I kind of liked it. I thought it was very cutesy. It is a schmid. You can see that on the bottom, and I figured that we might be able to make a little bit of money on that, but I had to find the price first. It was $6.50, so I think there's a little money to be made there. And I checked it over for damage, didn't see anything, and it made its way into my cart. On the back of the shelf, you can see that these precious moments are still hanging around. I was surprised that they didn't sell on a half off day because, you know, I felt like that was a pretty decent price at half off. This dog creature was fascinating, and you guys know I love the weird animals, but unfortunately his bone was broken. The deer were made of resin. This was a little bank that I think somebody had made, like a hobbyist piece. This cow figurine caught my eye because it appeared that it was spaghetti texture. There was glue residue on the bottom. I wasn't sure exactly what that was about. Ultimately, I did pass on that. The Capodimonte I didn't even look at because it's almost always chipped. But in the back, there was a Christmas tree that I found to be interesting. I love the stars on it, but I recall the price being a little bit high on that. Here's an art pottery piece. I picked it up, I looked it over. I didn't really like the feel of it. The last time I was here, I had pretty decent luck in the clear glass, so I figured that was worth taking a peek at. There were some ice cream glasses here, and they had Bugs Bunny on them. I didn't know if maybe these were collector's pieces, but I looked them up and they didn't really sell for a whole lot, so they weren't really worth it, but they were interesting. I moved on from the clear glass and noticed this, and this is actually sterling. It's weighted sterling. If you watched our video the other day, Andrew was deconstructing some candelabras that were sterling, but they had a lot of filler metal. So these were very heavy, but the silver coating on them is just very thin. So they were $12.49 each. I figured there was still a little bit of scrap value in them, but I wasn't confident with how much. So I looked them over. I considered that together they were probably going to be about $26, and ultimately I chose to leave them behind. Now this bowl right here is Reed & Barton, and you can see the enamel on the inside. It comes in a variety of different colors. I've always been attracted to these bowls, even though they are silver plate. This one is in better condition than the other. It looks like it just has some marks on the inside. The other one had scratches through the enameling. This one just had some surface scratches, but it wasn't all the way through the enamel. In this picture, I looked over to see if it was silver. These cups had holes drilled in the bottom, which I thought was so strange, like completely defeats the purpose of having the cups. I don't get it. Now, I had someone walk by admiring my shoes. This is probably my favorite pair of Converse, and they're great for Valentine's Day. I picked this up. It was a resin material. It wasn't ceramic or anything else. This was not crystal, it was glass, and this kind of had a fun graphic on it. It appeared to be vintage. It was extremely thin ceramic. It was marked on the bottom WCF, I believe, or WCL. You can see there it also has a $2.99 made in China sticker. This looked to be a tumble up that was missing its cup. It says Victorian Trading Company. It had some gold on the outside. I did look for the cup and I couldn't find it. I thought, well, you know what? Maybe this is it. That is not it. So I'm looking through the shakers and the creamers and sugars, and there were creamer and sugar here that I liked aesthetically. They're probably not very vintage, but I liked the aesthetic of them. This tea light had a nice design on it. It was very springy. It had rabbits on it, which I thought were perfect for Easter coming up. And I love the tulips and the colors. So for $2.50, I purchased this votive. Now the Pyrex bowl was kind of laughable. You can see the yellow has completely been removed from it, and they wanted $12.50 on that. This was plastic. I liked the texture of it, picked it up thinking it was something, and it ended up being plastic. Now on to the glasses. At the previous Goodwill, I had some pretty good luck with glasses, so I thought, you know what? I'll look and see what I can find. These had a roly-poly bottom on them. They were $1.50 each, but the red itself was very worn off. So I moved on to the mug section. You can see there are a ton of mugs here. And I pulled a few out just to get a better look at them. The pottery mug. I usually look at pottery mugs. I didn't see very much vintage or anything that really screamed value to me. And I'm trying to be more selective about my coffee mugs. This, I thought, oh my gosh, is that what I think it is? It is not. False alarm. We still have not found a glassy baby, but we will someday. I'm very sure of it. Here is a donuts mug. That would be a pain to clean. That's all I could think of. That one looked like it might be Anthropology or something. It was Food Network. And then onto the plates. I was reaching in the back for these plates, and this was a pattern I had never seen before. It had the Franciscan television stamp on the bottom, or the TV stamp, which is usually older. And then I was about to set it down and I was like, whoa, look at that. It's Franciscan Desert Rose, and there's a stack of them. So I was eyeing them up, and they were $1.50 each. They had a lot of utensil scratches on them, and that's one thing I look at when I'm buying plates or bowls on the occasion that I do buy them. I look for utensil scratches, and those ones were pretty bad, so I didn't really want to mess with those. These ones also had utensil scratches, and that ultimately led to the decision of leaving them behind. Down on the bottom shelf were these plates, and they had a wheat pattern. You can see they are marked there on the back. The pattern is, I guess, harvest, and they had a lot of those plates. And these, more Franciscan Desert Rose. These are the larger dinner plates. They were $2.50 each. But what I was noticing is that there is chipping around the edges. I assume someone probably came through and picked the good ones out and left these ones behind for a reason. Now the baggies. I almost always check the baggies because I've had tremendous luck buying these baggies before. I was looking through the candles to see if there were any lucite candles, but they were all just regular candles, no lucite. And as you can see, as I kind of pan to the other bags, there really wasn't a whole lot there that I felt was worthy of buying to flip for a profit. Now, this hurricane globe in the back was plastic. It was so disappointing. This was very curious. I loved what they did with this lamp and how they decorated it with things. In the back, I noticed this. I had apparently walked by it the first time. This is a tobacco leaf pattern, and I recently sold a pair of plates, one with a chip on it, for $60 with this tobacco leaf pattern because it is rather desirable, so I stuck this in my basket. And while I was doing that, I noticed these hiding in the back. These appeared to be art pottery. I was surprised that there were no markings on them because they were relatively well made. They were a little thin, but I loved the glaze. And oh, there was a mark on this one. That one had a flower mark on it, but I can't really figure out who would have made those with just a flower on the back. So make sure you sign your pieces. This bird, I noticed him from the other side of the shelf, but he struck me as being just a modern decorative piece, and he was $10. Kind of looks like a dinosaur, actually. In the back, I noticed this creamer and sugar set. The bottoms were marked Rainbow Collection. They were made in China, which may indicate that they were more contemporary than I normally buy. But I liked the stripes on them, the block stripes. I thought that those were fantastic. $2.50 each. At this Goodwill, they price sets separately, so I always have to be mindful of that. Here is another one of those little cups. It is ceramic, it is not glass. And then we've got this pitcher, which is probably also art pottery. So I grabbed one of those cups to see if they matched because the glaze was a little similar, but they were not matching. Hug mug. It was a very weird shape. I didn't understand how that could be a mug. It looks like half of an Easter egg. Now this teapot was also on the shelf. It was a figural teapot. Obviously, it's meant to represent a washing machine. I didn't know what the resale value of it was, and obviously someone had peeled the sticker off of it, so I didn't know what they were asking. This vase, edible arrangements, it had nice lines. In the back was a colorful piece, and it was photograph, flower market. There is some Pyrex in the front, but as you can see, they priced their Pyrex rather competitively at this Goodwill. I didn't even look at it. There's a fused glass plate. And then I found this. We have a lot of Vera Bradley at the shop right now that I need to really start listing and getting listed. But I noticed this, and it was a wardrobe bag, and it wasn't anything I'd seen before. I looked it over, I played with it, I looked it over again for a price, and I couldn't find anything, so I left it. Well, our total spend today at the Frederick Goodwill was $18.48. I feel like that Reed & Barton bowl, that should cover it once we sell that. I think, if I remember correctly, those sell for $18 to $25. So that should cover our total spend, and the rest is just going to be bonus. So we got some pretty decent stuff there today. I'm actually very excited about that tobacco leaf vase. That pattern particularly tends to do very, very well. This one is by Man. I think of Seymour and Man. So anyway, I'm gonna get out of here now. I'm going to head on down the road and take you guys with me down to Hagerstown. And we're gonna head up in an antique mall because obviously this video was kind of short. So I will see you there. Well, here we are at Antique Crossroads. Last time we were here, we had amazing luck. We bought a lot of stuff, and it's all sold very well. So hoping to have as much luck here today. Well, I was pushing around that cart, and then I realized, you know what, with all the glass we're gonna have, this one might do better. The wheels on it are a little wonky for one-handed pushing, though. I'm afraid it's gonna like take a sharp right and go into a case. Alright, we're gonna make do. And when we get up there, we'll swap out. So the last time I was here, I only had about an hour to shop. And I have about an hour and a half today. So I'm hoping for some good luck. $30. They've got interesting expressions. Oh, it's Italian. Mancioli. I'm sure that's not how it's pronounced. I actually have a trinket box by this same maker listed currently, and it sells for about $65 to $85. I'm not sure how much these little candlestick holders would sell for. Looks like it is 20% off, so that would mean it's $24. And I think we'll grab those for $24 just because of the name on the bottom. I think we could do all right with those. This is a Fostoria American in ruby. Oh, they have it marked. I was like, maybe they don't know what it is. They do. And this is actually rarer, the red. So they have it priced for $49.95. I love the red. We've had it once before. Usually it's clear. This here is $20.95. And over here it looks like there is a 10% discount, except firm. So that would bring it under $20, and I feel like that's a decent buy for under $20. Let's see what else we have here. This is an interesting shape on that vase back there. I don't think I've seen that shape before. And up there I see that Genie Bottle. Let's see what the Genie Bottle is. Genie Bottle is $47.50. It's a beautiful blue. I just don't know at that price. Alright. Well, this was hiding in the back of the booth. Kitty Bank with pennies for eyes. And the date on the pennies is 1950. What is that mark? It's 1957, made in Italy. It's Italian. It kind of looks Italian, doesn't it? $36, and let's look. The discount is 15% discount on the kitty. And I'm not really able to make that out. It's very, very sweet with the pennies on eyes. $36. I'm just not sure about that. That right there looks, oh, it is a Holt Howard. I was like, that looks like a Holt Howard. Two kitties kissing, and it is Holt Howard. We recently had a cottage cheese that had a mice and a block of cheese on it. And this is the counterpart. These are the kitties kissing. Looks like this vendor is getting ready for Valentine's Day with all of these reds and sweet little birds. The last time we walked by this booth, I had picked up a ton of Artesania Rinconada. So, guy is adorable. Made from clay. Seal. Let's see what else we have here. This is a very nice vase. $30. It's got some heavy Moriage detailing. All the little pixies. This little pixie is adorable. This Satsuma teapot is amazing. They have 1100 firm on that. I was walking by and noticed this pretty vase. Oh, it's Greek. Couples. That's a really interesting design. I love the florals. It says prices marked sale. Look for red and yellow tags. I'm confused. Oh, I see. If it's on sale, it has a big bright tag on it. So this isn't for sale. But it's only $14. I feel like we could double our money on that.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. In case you spotted something you just can't live without, we do post 25 to 30 new items in our eBay shop every single day, and I've posted a link to that down in the description.